Hi, cozy home cooks. Today I'm in the kitchen making light and fluffy waffles. These yeast-risen Belgian waffles have a uniquely soft and airy texture. The yeast gives them a delicate chewiness and depth of flavor. A true treat for slow mornings or special occasions. With a soft and bubbly light interior and a perfectly crisp outside, these waffles have a satisfying texture that makes them feel lighter and more decadent at the same time. These waffles pair perfectly with a variety of toppings from fresh fruit to rich chocolate and whipped cream. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make yeast-risen Belgian waffles. To start this recipe, I'm going to make the waffle batter. In a large bowl, add 1½ cups of warm milk and 1½ teaspoons of dry active yeast. I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes for the yeast to soften and become foamy. Make sure the milk is warm and not hot, or it could kill the yeast. And now that my yeast is ready, I'm going to add in 2 eggs, a half a teaspoon of salt, a third of a cup of melted butter, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir to combine the liquid and then add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to mix this in until I have a smooth batter. The less I handle the batter, the more delicate my waffles are going to be in the end. So if you're left with a few little lumps and bumps in the batter, that's fine. I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap and set it aside for 1 hour in a warm spot for the batter to rise. If you're prepping this batter the night before to make these waffles for breakfast, at this point you can store it covered in the fridge to rise and ferment overnight. If not, then the batter is ready to use right away to cook the waffles. Preheat the waffle iron and then brush the top and bottom with a little bit of oil or butter to make sure nothing sticks to the pan. Scoop about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of the bubbly batter into the waffle iron. The amount you need to use is very much going to depend on the size of your machine. And you're going to cook it according to the manufacturer's directions, since not all waffle makers are exactly the same. The waffle batter should be light, airy, and full of tiny bubbles. Once your waffle is light, crispy, and golden, remove to a plate and continue to cook the rest of the batter. The waffles can be kept warm on a baking sheet and kept in a 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 90 degrees Celsius oven until all of your waffles are cooked and ready to serve. And this is where you get to have fun and make these fluffy waffles your own. Decorate your plate as simply or decadently as you like. These waffles are extremely versatile and can be used with sweet or savory toppings. If serving them for a large group, set up a waffle bar for a fun, interactive meal. Some classic toppings being maple syrup, preserves, chocolate sauce or Nutella, caramel, whipped cream, fruit sauce, fresh fruit, chocolate chips, chopped nuts, and colorful sprinkles. Some other fun options are fruit pie filling, ice cream, chili, and even fried chicken. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.